I posted in the group, so maybe she'll join again.
Yeah.
Vande Gurunishya Bhaktan Ishanishavatarkan Tat Prakashanta Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaur Udaye Pushpavanatau Chitrau Sandau Tamonudau Granthira Arambha Kori Mangalacharana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinira Smarana Hoya Vigana Vinashana Anayasa Safal Nijavanchita Purana Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear worshipable devotees, for joining. We are reading Granth Srimad Sri Caitanya Caritamrita, chapter 7. We're going to begin chapter 7 today. It is entitled Lord Chaitanya in the Five Features. So, beautiful chapter, Panchatattva, Lord Chaitanya in Five Features. And we completed the last chapter entitled The Glories of Lord Advaita Acharya. So, we'll begin with this new chapter today. And especially the Gaur Purnima festival is coming shortly, so it'll be a great meditation for the upcoming festival in a few weeks. Agati eka gatim natva hinarthadika sadhakam Shri Chaitanyam likhyati asya prema bhakti vedanyata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Let me first offer my respectful obeisance unto Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the ultimate goal of life. For one bereft of all possessions in this material world, and is the only meaning for one advancing in spiritual life. Thus, let me write about his magnanimous contributions of devotional service in love of God. Purport. A person in the conditioned stage of material existence is in an atmosphere of helplessness, but the conditioned soul, under the illusion of Maya or the external energy, thinks that he is completely protected by his country, society, friendship, and love, and not knowing that at the end of death, none of these can save him. The laws of material nature are so strong that none of our material possessions can save us from the cruel hands of death. In the Bhagavad Gita 13.9, it is stated, Janma mrityu jara vyadhim dukkha doshanudarshanam. One who is actually advancing must always consider the four principles of miserable life, namely birth, death, old age, and disease. One cannot be saved from all these miseries unless he takes shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is therefore the only shelter of all the conditioned souls. An intelligent person therefore does not put his faith in the material possessions, but completely takes shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Such a person is called akinchana, or one who does not possess anything in this material world. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is also known as akinchana gochara, for he can be achieved by a person who does not put his faith in material possessions. Therefore, for the fully surrendered soul, who has no material possessions on which to depend, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the only shelter. Everyone depends on dharma, religiosity, artha, economic development, karma, sense gratification, and ultimately moksha, salvation. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, due to his magnanimous character, can give more than salvation. Therefore, in this verse, the words Hinarthadika Sadhakam indicate that although by material estimation, salvation is of a quality superior to the inferior interest of religiosity, economic development, and sense gratification, above salvation there is a position of devotional service and transcendental love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the bestower of this great benediction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Prema Pumartho Mahan. Love of God is the ultimate benediction for all the human beings. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita, therefore first offers his respectful obeisance unto the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before describing his magnanimity in bestowing love of Godhead. Hare Krishna. So, as we were reading yesterday also, that at the beginning of every chapter, at the end of every chapter, that means that the beginning of our day, at the end of our day, or beginning of our seva, end of our seva, we must offer pranams, especially to the personalities, the Guru Parampara, to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, we see in the Bhagavatam class, in the temple, there are prayers recited, the Mangalacharan prayers. And at the end also, the Prema Dhwani prayer. So it's so beautiful, the beginning and the end. Ultimately, whatever a devotee does is because of the prayers or because of the blessings offered by the seniors, Guru, Krishna, etc. So, Sri Chaitanya likhyate asya. So before speaking about his glory, he is offering uh, again and again repeated obeisance to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the ultimate goal for one bereft of all possessions. जिसका कोई नहीं उसके भगवान, in short, bereft of all possession. त्वाम अकिंचन गोचर जन्म ऐश्वर्यश्रुत श्रीभिरीदमाना मदः पुमा नैव वर्धातिरविधातुम नैव धातुम वै त्वाम अकिंचन गोचरम. Someone will say, oh, I have big bank balance. Someone will say, I have beauty. Someone will say, I have strength. Someone will say, I have job. Someone will say, I have degrees. Someone will say, I have my family, children. Mother Draupadi was also calling for family, elders, guru. Then, okay, my own strength. I'm Shatrani. Then husband. So many things he tried. No one could help. कोई बचाने नहीं आया. तो जिसको कोई नहीं उसके भगवान. But when she called out, hey Govinda, hey Gopal, please protect me. Then Lord Krishna came in the form of a transcendental sari to protect her. Same with Gajendra, same with Prahlad, same with anyone we see. Until we call from our heart, as if nothing else matters. When we call to the Lord as if nothing else matters, in the eyes of Lord, nothing else will matter. He will come to us. But often when I call, then I have so many other things which matter. Matter does not matter. What matters is connection to Krishna, the spiritual connection, the bhakti yoga process, the devotional service. That's what is Prabhupada saying here. No amount of wealth, no amount of economic development, no amount of sense gratification, friendship, society, country, this, that, can be a real savior. No, when death will come, bank balance will not save. Friends, family will not save. What about position? who is CEO or president or prime minister, no position will say. What will say? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the only shelter, akinchana gochara. So one must take full shelter. He is beyond Ardharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Topmost Pancham Purushartha. Prema Pumartho Mahan, love of God. That's the real goal of life. So we see from Chaitanya Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami how he is so wonderfully offering such pranams to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Any thoughts? Additional comments? Next verse, text 2. Anyone? Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotee Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Tara Saranashrita Sei Bada Dhanya. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Let me offer glorification to the Supreme Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One who has taken shelter of his lotus feet is the most glorified person. Purport. Prabhu means master. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the supreme master of all masters. Therefore, he is called Mahaprabhu. Any person who takes shelter of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most glorified because by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is able to get promotion to the platform of loving service to the Lord, which is transcendental to salvation. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
Very bold, such a beautiful verse. Easy to remember again. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Tahara Charanashrita Sei Bada Dhanya. So all glories to Mahaprabhu. Who is the Mahaprabhu? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tahara, one who has taken the shelter of his lotus feet. That person is very, very dhanya. Dhanya means glorious, or he has the real dhan of the lotus feet. That is the real Lakshmi, the Lakshmi of devotional service. That's where Lakshmi resides. In serving Lord. Lakshmana, Lakshmi Sampanna. Lakshmana was really endowed with that wealth of devotional service. He is called Lakshmana. Please try to memorize this verse. Would everyone like to recite it so it goes deeper in our hearts?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can do that. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Sri Krishna Chaitanya Taharo Charano Srito Shei Baro Dhanna.
Wonderful. Shitra Mataji also want to try?
So, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Taha Channa Shrita Sei Bada Dhanya.
Excellent. So if we want to also become dhanya, right? Then we have to take shelter, which all of you are very, very glorious. All of you are very dhanya because you have already taken shelter of Lord's lotus feet. Let's read the next verse. Yes. Someone like to read this?
I can read, Prabhuji. Purve Guru Adi Chaya Tatve Kaila Namaskara Guru Tatva Kahiyachi Ebe Panchera Vichara. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. In the beginning, I have discussed the truth about the spiritual master. Now I shall try to explain the Panchatattva. Purport. In the first chapter of the Caitanya Caritamrita, Adi Lila, the author, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, has described the initiator spiritual master and the instructed spiritual master in the verse beginning with the words Vande Guru Isha Bhaktan, Isha Va Tarakan. In that verse, there are 6 transcendental subject matters, of which the truth regarding the spiritual master has already been described. Now the author will describe the other 5 tattvas, truths, namely Isha Tattva, the Supreme Lord, his expansion tattva, his incarnation tattva, his energy tattva, and his devotee tattva. Back to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So if you go to the first chapter, it's entitled The Spiritual Masters. That's what Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying. I will elaborate it more on the aspect of Lord Isha as the initiating guru and Shiksha Guru. Shiksha means instruction, Diksha means Diksha Guru, and Shiksha Guru. Initiator, spiritual master, and called Diksha Guru, and instructor called Shiksha Guru. Vande Guru Nisha Bhaktan, Isha Nishavatarakam, Tat Prakasham, Tat Shakti, Krishna Chaitanya Sanyakam. These are the 6 subjects, including the Guru. So the Guru part he has explained in great detail. What are the 5 other Panchatattva? Namely, Isha Tattva. Who is that? The Supreme Lord. Expansion. Who's are we referring to here? Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam. Bhaktarupa Swarupakam. Expansion is Nityananda Prabhu. Bhaktavataram Advaitacharya. Akhyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. Bhakti Shakti, Gadadhar Pandit, and Energy Tattva, and the devotee Tattva referring to Srivas Thakur. And that's basically text number 14. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam. So this is the seed verse for chapter 7. Everyone knows this verse, right? Most of you, I think, know. So, is everyone okay, or is it too complex so far? Everyone okay? This verse we're going to discuss in this entire chapter, as Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying. Okay, let's read text number 4. Yes, Pauli Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Panchatattva অবতীর্ণ চৈতন্যের সঙ্গে পঞ্চতত্ত্ব লহা করেন সংকীর্তন রঙ্গে. Translation. These 5 tattva incarnate with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and thus the Lord execute his Sankirtana movement with great pleasure. Purport. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.32, there is the following statement regarding Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Parnam Trivashkarnam. I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce good. Sangopangastra Parsadam Yajana Sankirtana Prayer Yajanati Hisu Me Harsha. In the age of Kali, people who are endowed with significant intelligence with worship the Lord, who is accompanied by his associates. By performance of the Sankirtana Yajana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always accompanied by his planetary expansion, Sri Nityananda Mahaprabhu. His incarnation, Sri Avadvaita Prabhu, his internal potency, Sri Gadadhara Prabhu, and his marginal potency, Srivasa Prabhu. He is in the midst of them as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should know that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always accompanied by these other tattva. Therefore, okay, I'm just missing a little bit. Therefore, our obeisance to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are complete when we say Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. As preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement, we first offer our obeisance to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by chanting these Panchatattva mantra. Then we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There are 10 offense in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but these are not considered in the chanting of the Panchatattva mantra, namely Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Maha Vedanatra, the most magnificent incarnation, for he does not consider the offenses of the fallen soul. Thus, to derive the full benefit of the chanting of the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, we must first take shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, learn the Panchatattva Mahamantra, and then chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That will be very effective. Thinking advantage of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many unscrupulous devotee manufacture a Maha mantra of their own. Sometimes they sing Bhaja Nitai Gaur Radha Sham Hare Krishna Hare Rama or Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Hare Krishna Hare Rama Sri Radha Govinda. Actually, however, the one should chant the name of the full Panchatattva Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, and then the 16 words Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But these unscrupulous, less intelligent men confuse the entire process of course, since they are also devotee, they can express their feelings in that way. But the method prescribed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, pure devotee, is to first chant the full Panchatattva mantra and then chant the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Very cool. Thank you, Masaji. Such a
Hare
beautiful verse. Panchatattva avatirna chaitanyera sange Panchatattva lana la karena sankirtana range. So it was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with his four other associates, primarily the Panchatattva, known as the Panchatattva, who executed the Sankirtan movement. Yagyai Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Sumedasa Sango Pangastra Parshadam. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, prophesies that in the Sankirtan mission will go in every town and village, and Prabhupada took it further to take it beyond the Indian continent and to the Western world, the America and many other countries. So we must take this mission, this Sankirtan movement, as the real prime benediction for the soul. And as Prabhupada is mentioning, we must chant the Panchatattva mantra, take first shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because knowingly, unknowingly we do offenses in the chanting of the mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when we chant the Panchatattva mantra, then it will be more effective, very nicely mentioned. The offenses will be less. And as we discuss, even Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is seeking the blessings of Mahaprabhu to talk about Mahaprabhu. So we are seeking the blessings of Panchatattva, who are in the mood of devotees, to chant Krishna's name. And we must not manufacture our own mantra, combining two words from here, one word from here. I mean, all these are like, Krishna's names, Hare, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Chaitanya, but we must not concoct things. I mean, even if one chants that, as Prabhupada is mentioning, oh, they are also devotees and they will get some benefit, right? As mentioned. Of course, since they are also devotees, they can express their feelings in the way. But the method prescribed, yes. We live under prescription. Doctor, the spiritual doctor gives a prescription, and pure devotees is to first to chant this Maha Mantra, the Panchatattva mantra, complete. So bhakti is all about living under guidance of superiors of Guru Parampara, not concocting or manufacturing things, although they may seem sometimes, they may seem spiritual. If someone is chanting, this mantra, Hare Rama, Radhe Govinda, Hare Krishna, Nityananda, right? Chaitanya, Nityananda, Radhe Govinda, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Bhajai Gaur, Bhajai Nitai Gaur, Radhe Shyam, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Right? It looks also fine, names of God, but again, I'm not saying it's an offense to do that, but why to manufacture? Prabhupada is calling unscrupulous devotees manufacture this. So we don't want to be in that category. We want to be in the category which will please Prabhupada, please Guru Parampara. Right. Any thoughts, any comments anyone has here?
Prabhuji, I just want to say that in one 108 beats we have for Hare Krishna, and one is there specifically for the Panchatattva. So that is very important that that's why we have that extra one, so we can name, we can do the Panchatattva, and then we have to start doing the rounding in the 108 times, however people want to do.
Very nice. That bead is also called Krishna bead.
Krishna bead, yes. Mala.
Mala is called, bead is manka. Mala is the what do you call in English?
Garland. Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, garland is also beads. The devotees call them beads, but I think and sometimes the devotees just call even in English japamala. So yeah, very nice.
Mala is the correct way to say, right?
Japamala, japa beads. Yeah, either thing is fine. Mantra meditation, beads. Beads, I think devotees use the word beads also. Where's my beads? Where's my bead bag? Beads, bead bag. Counter beads, which we use for counting the rounds, which is attached to the bead bag. It's called the counter beads, or it's called Sakshi Mala in Hindi. It's like a witness. Sakshi means witness. So it's a witness. Okay, he chanted 1, 2, 3, like that, 16 rounds. You're able to chant regularly, Mataji?
I do chanting every morning, yes.
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yeah, chanting, sometimes I get confused. Chanting is like when you sit down quietly in a place and then you keep counting. And then Kirtan is different, like in the afternoon or like evening. We also can sing like Hare Krishna singing. That's a different than chanting, right?
Correct. Correct. Chanting is primarily it's an individual activity.
Yeah.
It can be done in the group, but everyone is doing individually. Like we do in the Japa call also. You're welcome to join. Everyone has their beads in their hands. And they're speaking and hearing what they are speaking, or what I'm speaking, I'm hearing. So it's basically time, me and Krishna, I and Krishna. That's it. What the world is doing, let the world do that. Is basically, but Kirtan is a collective activity. Someone is playing mridanga, someone is playing harmonium, someone is, maybe offering incense, or so it's a collective. Someone is dancing, someone is, that energy, that collective energy. So Kirtan is done loud, chanting, or
Chanting is quietly, yes. That's the one I'm
quietly
doing.
means, yeah, not in the mind, but it's more soft. It's because it's a personal. So please do. Time does not matter. You can do kirtan in the morning. You can do chanting in the morning. You can do in the afternoon, evening. Anything is fine. But what is encouraged that you do at least some rounds, whether you do in the morning or afternoon. Morning is always better, but at least some rounds every day of Hare Krishna Mahamantra on Japamala you can do. Do you have the beads with you?
Yeah, I have.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has? पंच तत्व एक वस्तु नाही किछु भेद रस आस्वादित तावो विविधा विभेद. Similarly, there are no difference between these 5 tattvas for on the transcendental platform, everything is absolute. Yet there are also varieties in the spiritual world. And in order to taste these spiritual varieties, one should distinguish between them. Purport. In his Anubhashya commentary, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur describes the Panchatattva as follows: the supreme energetic, the personality of Godhead, manifesting in order to enjoy five kinds of pastimes, appears as the members of the Panchatattva. Actually, there is no difference between them because they are situated on the absolute platform, but they manifest different spiritual varieties as a challenge to the impersonalist to taste different kinds of spiritual humors, rasas. In the Vedas, it is said, Parasya Shaktir Vividhai Shruyate. The varieties of energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are differently known. From this statement of the Vedas, one can understand that there are eternal varieties of humors or tastes in the spiritual world. Sri Gauranga, Sri Chaitanya, Sri Nityananda, Sri Gauranga, Sri Nityananda, Sri Advaitacharya, Sri Gadadhar, and Sri Vas Thakur are all on the same platform. But in spiritually distinguishing between them, one should understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the form of a devotee. Nityananda Prabhu appears in the form of a devotee's spiritual master. Advaita Prabhu in the form of a bhakta or devotee incarnation, bhakta incarnation. Gadadhar Prabhu is the energy of a bhakta and Srivas is a pure devotee, Srivas Thakur. Thus, there are spiritual distinctions between them. The Bhakta Rupa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Bhakta Swarupa, Shri Nityananda Prabhu, the Bhakta Avatara, Shri Advaita Prabhu, are described as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself, His immediate manifestation, and His plenary expansion. Who is the immediate manifestation? Balramji. Plenary expansion? Advaita Prabhu. And they belong to the Vishnu category. Very clear. Although the spiritual and the marginal energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are non-different from the energy from the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, they are predominated subjects, whereas Lord Vishnu is the predominator. So predominator and predominated subjects. As such, although they are on the same platform, they have appeared differently in order to facilitate tasting of transcendental mellows. Important line. They are on the same platform. Krishna and Krishna Shakti are on the same platform, but they appear in differently in order to facilitate tasting of the mellows or rasas. Rasa aswadana. Like Radha, Krishna, Sri Radharani has appeared. The devotees appear. The Panchatattva. Actually, however, there is no possibility of one being different from the other, for the worshipper and the worshipable cannot be separated at any stage. On the absolute platform, one cannot be understood without the other. Panchatattva eka vastu. Tattva ek hai. They are all same. Same means in the absolute sense. But nahi kishu bhed, koi bhed nahi hai. But rasa aswadita, to experience the mellows, vividha vibhed, they have differences or variety. Like the other example is there is one khichdi, roti, sabji, dal, rice. Like even just from the carrots, you can make carrot halwa, you can make carrot, fried, you can make carrot pakoda, you can make carrot paratha, you can make. Are they same? One can say, yeah, they're all food items, and that too from carrot. In one way, they're same, but is there difference? Yes. When you fry a carrot versus when you bake a carrot, they're different. When you make a carrot halwa versus you make a carrot cake, it's different. They both are desserts, but they're still different. So this is the Achintya Bheda Bhed, or simultaneous oneness and difference. So we see that here the Shakti and Shaktiman are the same in one sense, but there is difference. The Shaktiman is the predominated or predominator, and the Shakti are the predominated energies. I hope it was not very technical. Is it okay? Any thoughts, comments anyone has in this text? Okay, so maybe from tomorrow we'll get into the verses of like from 6th verse, which basically is text 14, which is the seed verse of this chapter, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam. So if you have not memorized that yet, you can try to memorize. It's kind of very similar to Jai Shri Krishna, but understand with understanding also. Who is Bhakta Rupa, who is Bhakta Swarupa, who is Bhakta Avatara, who is Bhakta Akhya, and who is Bhakta Shakti. So we'll cover that more in detail tomorrow. But good verse to remember. Any other thoughts, comments, questions before we pause for today? Any reflections, corrections? Okay, so we will pause here and continue tomorrow. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya evacha, Tanam Pavanibhya Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.